Welcome everyone to the Wellness Connection. I'm Michelle LeMay with LeMay Chiropractic and Wellness.
And I'm Dr. Mark LeMay.
I have a question for you. Do you feel like you're falling apart? Do you think that the older you get, the worse your health is going to get?
Well, I felt like that myself, Michelle, because when I was age 41, I was losing my teeth. Literally, I had three molars break and fall apart. My teeth hurt all the time, and my eyesight was failing. So I literally felt like I was falling apart after 40.
Yeah, that is not a good place to be in. But we have learned a few things since then. So tell us first about why you think caused those health issues.
It's funny because I talked to a lot of different professionals about my eyesight and about my teeth, and they basically told me, well, Mark, you're just getting older. And I'm like, come on, I'm 41 years old. That can't be happening at 41. So I decided, okay, I'm going to check out and see what can I do to make it better. And guess what I found out? I found out that it was my diet was causing the problem. And it was really, it was like, I'm thinking to myself, hey, I eat really good. That's what most people come in and they tell me, they go, oh, I eat pretty good. Well, I thought I ate pretty good. Well, I was wrong. I wasn't getting the nutrients that I needed for my eyes and also for my teeth, especially the minerals. Because I was a pretty strict vegetarian at the time. And so I was missing the proteins and the things that were building those things up. And so guess what? They started to fall apart. And again, it's like in conventional medicine, they don't look at those kind of things. They just kind of go like, well, we just give you things that'll help you kind of get past that, but not to really get down to the cause. So I really wanted to get down to the cause of the thing, and I found out it was diet. So I changed my diet, started getting more protein, more minerals in there, and now at age 56, my teeth are better than they were before then, and my eyesight is perfectly normal again. So again, it's like you can change things with what you do in your diet.
So so you mentioned that your teeth are better before. So just a quick side note, how do you know that they're better before?
I know, some people are like, well, how can you objectively know that? Well, when I went to the dentist, because every year, because I have a bridge on my left side here, because I lost two of my molars back here. So every time that bridge falls off, they always want to go in there and check and see how's it doing. So they always take pictures, x-rays. So the dentist came back last year and said, hey, can I show you something? This is really neat. I'm like, well, what is it? He goes, it's good news. And I'm like, okay, what? He goes, look at your x-ray from before to your x-ray afterwards. He goes, you've got more bone growth. And I go, is that like normal to see on people as they get older? And he goes, no, it goes the other way. So he goes, you've got more bone growth. He goes, what are you doing? So I told him, and he's like, well, keep it up. It really is working. So yeah, I'm not kidding you. So you can reverse these deficiency diseases or deficiency conditions you're having with your food. And it's amazing what you can do.
So I just want to say that one more time. So what we eat does make a huge difference. We can either be feeding disease or fighting it.
Correct, exactly. And one of the things I want to get across to everybody too about this too, because most people after the age of 40 and into their 50s like me, they're having issues like I see this now quite a bit. It's like they're, of course, cancer, diabetes or pre-diabetic. They're having cardiovascular issues, hormonal issues, and again, a big thing that's really driving a lot of this stuff is stress. Stress is really causing a lot of these issues too, besides just with their diet. And again, this is an interesting thing because, again, you want to have real food that provides you good proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and you want to have good digestion because if your digestion is not good, like the stomach acid isn't able to break down and get all these nutrients into your system, doesn't matter. You could have USDA organic, non-GMO food, put it in there, and if it doesn't digest, you still are in the same problem. You're still going to have a nutritional deficiency going on.
We talked a little bit about that last week when we were on location at Sprouts, and we were talking about different organic foods and non-GMO things like that. So, so somebody could eat 100%, perfect, whatever that is, but especially if they're after 40, if they don't have the digestive enzymes, then they're just not going to be utilizing it. So then, kind of what does that look like if they're not able to really
digest their food,
and
question,
utilize, like you said, utilize those nutrients?
Well, yeah, again, it usually shows up as like they're getting a little bit of acid reflux, indigestion. Some people don't even get that. They just say, gosh, I got a lot of bloating. It's like either above the belly button or below the belly button or both. So they're getting a lot of those kinds of things. So those are some signs that your body isn't breaking down your foods, because if a carbohydrate doesn't break down like bread, it basically will ferment in your intestinal tract, and it bloats, gives you a lot of bloating.
Yeah, I've felt that before.
Yeah, fats don't break down, they basically rancify. So yeah, it kind of gives people a kind of more upper portion here discomfort. And then proteins. I mean, I think everybody's had it where you've eaten a meal with a lot of protein in it, like chicken or fish, or if you've ever gone to an all-you-can-eat, like I have, what was that one place we went to?
I'm not going to say.
Okay, well, anyways, we ate an awful lot of ribs at this place.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you ever feel like an hour later, like, gosh, you just feel like things are moving along, you got this real heavy feeling in your stomach? Protein that doesn't break down starts to putrefy in your stomach. Bad news. Okay, so there's things you can do to help break those things down and get them to move along.
Okay, so digestion is huge.
Digestion is primary, and then again, it's like what you're eating too. It's really big ones.
Okay. Let's see, I know I kind of took you on a sidetrack there. We're talking about good food and good digestion. There's a big difference. What about some specific, because we're all about not falling apart after 40.
We don't want you guys to fall apart.
No, we don't want to fall apart. That's what started our quest.
Well, I don't want you falling apart, that's for sure.
No, I don't want him falling apart. I'm glad, Humpty Dumpty is putting you back together again. So what can, like for us over 40, there's some like specific issues that we have to, is in this age group. So what are some of those things, and what can we do? And
that's really good. And just so you know, I'm just going to back up a little bit here. You said something like me. I don't put myself together. I mean, I have practitioners that I work with that help me too. Okay, so I don't treat myself. I usually have them do me, because again, doctors treating themselves is not a good idea. Okay, so I have somebody to take care of me.
That's a good point.
And at the same time, too, as far as like diet goes, when we get people over age 40 and 50, like especially if people are having problems with being pre-diabetic, or they're having cardiovascular issues, okay, which is the number one killer of people today is cardiovascular issues.
Wow,
Again, one of the best things you can do at home here is get yourself on a ketogenic diet. Now, some of you are like, oh, yeah, I heard about that. You're hearing about it a lot right now.
Yeah, it's like this big fad.
Yeah, it's like a big
now.
fad. And again, it's so funny because ketogenic diet has been around for thousands of years, because that's the kind of diet that the Eskimos and the Inuits, these are the people that live in the northern climates, they basically eat a pretty much fat-based diet with protein and very little carbohydrates, because you're up in the Arctic tundra. Where are you going to have a farm? There is none. Okay,
can't grow broccoli or you know.
Well, you can get some frozen broccoli. But anyways, that's a good diet to be on, because less carbohydrates, less insulin, less diabetes.
That's true.
Okay, so it works really well for that. And same for cardiovascular disease. I know some people, a high-fat diet for your heart, that's going to be bad. Is it going to clog your arteries up? The answer is no, it won't. It actually is good for that. Okay, so I tell people that's a really good thing to do. Other things that people can do, and this is for any age group pretty much, there's 4 things you really want to work on. Okay, I know it's going to be a little long, a little technical here, but number 1, you want to monitor and really look at the amount of sugars that you're consuming. And it doesn't matter if it's candy bars or apples. Again, carbohydrates are carbohydrates. So, by the way, I just want to do a little shout out here for a friend of mine back in Minnesota, Corey Tansom. Thanks for watching.
Hey, good to see ya. Give us a thumbs up while you're there.
Yeah, please do a thumbs up. So, managing and watching the amount of sugar that you're taking in.
Right, so sugar comes in a lot of forms.
Gosh, sugar comes in a lot of different forms, because people just think, sugar, like the stuff you get in soda.
Like candy.
And candy and stuff like that. Candy. Yeah, I don't eat that kind of stuff. Well, do you eat a lot of pasta? Do you eat a lot of bagels, bread, pizza? Those are all carbohydrates. Carbs turn into sugar, glucose. Okay? Those are the ones that most people are really pigging out on, and that's causing most of the problems right there if there's sugar. Yeah,
interesting. We think sugar like candy, but not.
There's sugar, and then there's carbohydrates, all the other ones like that, and that all counts, because they all bring up your insulin in your body, and that's what we want to do, is try to keep the insulin down.
Gotcha.
The next thing is you really want to watch, and again, it's like, this is kind of a big one too, because most people don't really realize this, but for energy, this is called mitochondria. You want to watch your mitochondria deficiencies, which again, the mitochondria is a part of your cell, inside the cell, that produces ATP, which is energy. And if you're constantly feeding those and making that work better, then you're going to do better. Now, there's certain like herbs and foods and stuff that you can eat. Like one of my favorite ones for mitochondrial help right there is like turmeric.
Yes.
That's a really good one.
Yep.
Ginger. So there's just a bunch of different herbs. So if you can get a lot of herbs more in your diet, you're going to have much more energy. And again, the better the quality of your food is too, because again, that USDA organic,
yes,
non-GMO,
yep,
that's really good stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Some other things that they can basically do here to basically help out is, again, nutritional deficiencies. You got to take a look at this. I mean, I just had a patient today. His gums were bleeding. You know, he goes, "Oh, my gums have been bleeding for a while now." I said, "Go, that's a mild form of scurvy."
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, you
scurvy,
don't hear about
because if
that.
you've got bleeding gums, that's a mild form of scurvy because you're not getting enough vitamin C complex. Again.
Okay, so complex, because I remember running into all this whole discussion about vitamin C and how we used to take it in a tablet form, but I thought, well, maybe it's not really getting in, so let's get it into a chewable vitamin C that we got at a certain grocery store. And I thought, oh yeah, I'm chewing it up, it's getting in, it must be helping. But that vitamin C is not really vitamin C, right?
Well, according to the the Food and Drug Administration, vitamin C is only ascorbic acid, but ascorbic acid is only one part of the vitamin C complex. There's actually a total of 5 different parts to vitamin C. Ascorbic acid just happens to be the largest part.
Yeah. So there's a good
yeah, go ahead.
So there's a good thing you can Google. If you Google vitamin C complex, you'll see a diagram of those different components.
Yep.
And you'll see that ascorbic acid is just like the outer rim.
This is our rim. It's protective. It's the antioxidant portion of it. But you also need the P factor. You need all the other different factors that are in there. Tyrosinase, which is the mineral that you need for basically utilizing the vitamin C complex. Otherwise, if you just took ascorbic acid for this condition, his gums will continue to bleed. It won't go away. But if he had like oranges or if he had like limes, remember the British Navy was called limeys because they ate limes every day to prevent scurvy. That's why they would
give them to. I remember reading about that.
Every day they had to have 1 lime a day. That's why they called the British Navy the limeys.
Wow, interesting. So they knew that one piece of a complex is not going to. The body is smarter. It says no. We need all 5 components.
Yep, they need all of it.
The complex.
They need the whole complex. So again, vitamin deficiency. Oh, by the way, you also have another person out there. Go ahead.
Yep. Oh, I was going to say shout out to Justin Abramson. So thank you for watching. Glad you're here.
Yeah, and guys, leave us a comment too. I know we're kind of like, talking and stuff like that, but if you have a question, if you have any comments, please do that right now because we'll answer questions right now too.
Absolutely. So go on.
So again, everybody today, most of our foods today, they're taking out these complexes. It doesn't matter what kind of a vitamin or nutrient it is, they're taking it out of our food. And that's why we're having problems. Along with the soil is very depleted, and that's causing a big problem for us too today. And then the last thing we're going to talk about, because there's the nutritional deficiencies, then the last thing we're going to talk about is stress.
Okay.
Stress is a biggie. Now, again, it's like, I don't know about you guys, but again, I have stress in my life. Everybody does. The only time you're not going to have stress is when you're dead. That's the only time you don't have stress.
Right.
So, for you, it's like, Michelle, what do you do for, decreasing your stress?
Ooh. You just put me on the spot, didn't you? Okay, well, I sleep. No. But even that can be stressful sometimes,
Yeah.
What do I do? Well, I like to go outside on our backyard and in our zero gravity chair that we have and just kind of like whoop and just soak up some rays because I know that's important. It helps create the cholesterol vitamin D and it feels good to be outside. I'm not taking hours and hours, but just 10 minutes. It just really feels good to de-stress that way.
Exactly.
So
good. I know for me, it's like me. I like to go for my bike rides. So I get up early in the morning, jump on my bike, go for a nice long bike ride, be outside.
Yeah.
I love that. It just really helps de-stress me. So I always like to work out. That's my stress relief for me.
Yeah.
So
that's a good one.
So for everybody here, make sure you're doing something every single day to kind of decrease your stress.
So I know stress comes in more than one form.
Yes.
What are the different forms of stress?
There's physical stress, there's mental stress, and there's emotional stress. Again, it's just like, the one is like physical, it could be also like chemical, which again, like in Northern California right now, everybody, if that's not here, the state of California and Northern California is on fire. So it's like we got smoke all through the valley here. So that's a chemical stress for everybody.
Yeah.
So
because
that's one of the biggies right there.
Okay,
so again,
chemical stuff we have to think of. If we're in a populated area like San Francisco or Sacramento or LA or Milwaukee or wherever
you be, or like Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yes, yes, exactly. So we're always exposed to toxins.
Yeah, they're always there. So again, that's one of the things that you want to be able to do certain things to help with that. And again, one thing you can do for that is like a purification program.
Right.
That's really good.
Right.
A detoxification program.
Right.
That's really
we
good.
have 2 different ones.
Yeah, there's a 21-day purification program, a 28-day detox program. So there's different things you can do right there. But those are the main 4 things as far as like, can things, and then stress was the last one of those 4.
Okay, that sounds good. So what if you are having some of these issues? What if you feel like some people that are watching this either live or if you're watching this on the rebroadcast?
Yeah.
What if you're having some of these issues and you feel like you're falling apart? What do you do?
Well, again, if you need some help, guess what? That's why I'm here. I'm trying to help people with what they do as far as their nutrition, because I'm a functional nutritionist. So I always give everybody a free 15-minute phone consult. That's not a problem because I do Nutrition Care Anywhere. And I know you guys are probably getting tired of hearing that, but at the same time, it's just like, that's what I do. So again, if you're having issues in these different areas, you want to look, you don't want to be falling apart, because I know that was so frustrating to me.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, nobody has any answers for me. What's causing this problem? And it's like to be told that this is the typical line with doctor. Well, you're just getting older now.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I do not like hearing that. No, and
I think doctors should be slapped when they say that. It's like, duh, we're all getting older.
Right, but we don't necessarily have to be getting worse. All these things that we see, like you say, they're very common. Like headaches are common, diabetes is very common, obesity, heart attack, heart disease. This stuff is all common, but it's not normal.
It's not normal, guys.
That's what we have to get in our heads. This is not normal. We were designed to be well, right?
Yeah.
So you can get better.
As long as you're still alive,
as long as
you can get better.
Okay.
Once you're dead, we can't help you.
Yeah, there's a caveat. Sorry. But that's why we're here. We're here for you, and we're here to help you be fantastic at any age.
Right.
You don't have to be 40. So, well, I think that pretty much wraps up.
Pretty much wraps it up for today.
Okay.
So, Michelle, what are we going to do next week?
Well, I was hoping you could tell everybody.
Well, actually, I can tell everybody, but we're going to do next week. So we're going to do a little something that we do here in our office. We're going to show you what we do. This is called the Zytoscan. Some of you might be familiar with the Zytoscan. That good right like that? Okay. A little closer. So the Zytoscan. So this is one of the tools that we use in our office to be able to help people figure out what's going on in their body. This gives me a lot of great information. It's not a diagnostic tool, but it is very helpful for what I do. Again, this is just one of the things we do, and we're going to go over that with you next week so you guys can see what that's like.
Sounds interesting. And
very interesting.
It is very interesting. And that was showing mine, so hopefully you saw how messed up I am. But there is hope, right, Dr. LeMay?
Yeah, there's always hope. Again, there's always hope for improvement.
Awesome, because our motto is good health is within your reach.
It is.
It is. So thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. Please give us a comment. Tell us what you'd like to see in the future. Our ears are open and we are open to your suggestions. So thanks again for joining us. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.